Let's talk Tanya for the 10th of Cheshvan of a leap year. Today, we will conclude chapter 26 of yahrtzeit, which we started a little while ago. And let's recap where we are. The Alter Rebbe started this chapter by citing a lengthy passage from the Zohar, which seemingly describes Kabbalah as the yahrtzeit, the tree of life, as opposed to the revealed parts of Torah, which is the tree of knowledge. And the Alter Rebbe asked several questions on that. What does that mean? The rest of Torah is not the tree of life. And even the author of the Zohar himself was very preoccupied with the study of the Mishnah, which is, it would seem from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And we already answered the questions on that. We explained that no, the entirety of Torah is the yahrtzeit, the tree of life. However, that part of Torah which associates with our world, which is the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that also sometimes will get called by that name. And we study that part of Torah, which is the revealed part of Torah specifically now, in order to elevate the sparks, because through studying Torah, the revealed part of Torah, we elevate the sparks, as we explained at length in the previous days of Tanya. But then there was another question the Alter Rebbe asked, which is that in that passage of the Zohar, it says that once Mashiach comes, and once the world has arrived at the state of redemption, no longer will we be studying the revealed parts of Torah, and rather we'll be studying Kabbalah exclusively. And the Alter Rebbe asked, what does that mean? If we're only studying Kabbalah, how do we know the halachas? How do we know the laws of what to do? As we said, there are laws of purity and impurity, the laws of slaughtering, and other examples which the Alter Rebbe gave. And the Alter Rebbe says, by now we understand that when Mashiach comes, we don't need to study Torah for the purpose of studying Torah. Because for the purpose of studying Torah, which is the elevating of the sparks, that we've accomplished. So when Mashiach comes, we move on. Then we will be studying primarily Kabbalah. Because we finished the elevating the sparks, there's no reason anymore to keep on studying the revealed parts of Torah for that purpose, because the mission has been accomplished. Rather, we're studying Kabbalah, and the purpose of studying Kabbalah will be to bring down even higher divine energies over here into this world. But how about the halachas we need to know? So the Rebbe gives two possible answers. He says one answer is that yes, we will study the laws, but we will study them once, and we'll already know everything, and we will not have to repeat those studies. We will not have to review our studies, because we'll remember everything that we studied. So we'll go through all the laws that we need to know once, and that will be enough, and the rest of the time will be spent studying Kabbalah. Then the Alter Rebbe says another possible answer is that we won't have to study actually Nigla at all. We'll study only Kabbalah. And how will we know the laws? And the answer is that once we understand that Kabbalah is the soul, and the Nigla, the revealed part of Torah, is the body, when we study the soul, we'll automatically know the applications of the body. Meaning, the revealed parts of Torah, they come from the Kabbalah. They are an extension from Kabbalah. They are the body that comes from the soul. Learn the soul, automatically will know the body. And the Alter Rebbe says, that's, for example, how Avram Avinu, how did he know what to do and what not to do? He did not receive the Torah. He didn't have a Mishnah or a Gemara. But because he studied Kabbalah and he knew all the secrets of the Torah, automatically also he knew what to do and what not to do. Is by way of example. If someone wants me to do something, so one way is that person tells me, gives me a list and says, here's what you should do and here's what you shouldn't do. But what if I really get to know the person very well? Then I don't need to have that list. If I know the person, I know what I should do and I know what I shouldn't do. I know what pleases the person. I know what displeases that person. Kabbalah is teaching us about Hashem. Once we understand Hashem, we understand how he works and what his will is and what his agenda is. Automatically we will know what to do and what not to do, so it won't at all be necessary actually to study Nigla. Now obviously, here we are studying Chassidus, studying the Tanya, studying Kabbalah, and that is because as we approach and we come closer to Mashiach, so we are getting a foretaste of what it's like to be during the times of Mashiach, when again, at the very least, the primary preoccupation of Torah study will be the study of Kabbalah, and that's what we're doing now also in preparation for that day, which should come very soon, very quickly, when our primary occupation will be the study of Kabbalah. With this, we have concluded this chapter. Tomorrow we start chapter 27, which is the first of two condolence letters, which are included in yahrtzeit.